Hello everybody and welcome to the thrilling finale of Undertaker's Road to WrestleMania from SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Now, some of you who played this before know that there is a choice to make in this story. However, I'm just going to make one choice because it's kind of just a cosmetic thing. It doesn't really affect the story much, like the Chris Jericho choice did. So, here we go. Yeah, we ended up the last episode showing who the man was. Of course, it was Boogeyman, which surprised some people. Even though he had a long time in WWE, he was not really used as a major player. So to show him kind of being such a Emperor Palpatine kind of type in this surprised a lot. So it's choosing your opponent for the ladder match. I'm going to choose Santino. Because I don't want to do Finlay like that, I guess. And you'll see what happens a little later. But this is a ladder match with the urn suspended above. To get this, I pretty much asked Ukes to do the Money in the Bank, but with a big urn instead of a suitcase up top. And that's what they did. And I haven't played this in forever, so we'll see how this feels. And a superplex does not feel that great for Santino or Undertaker. Kind of funny, anytime you do any corner stuff, Undertaker takes a while to get back up. Now, I bought this PS3 used, and the controller was a little bit wonky, and now sometimes it seems like it's misinterpreting my inputs. So I'm trying to hit the strike button, and some reason it's going to the taunt button. Which is giving, this is not what I'm trying to, come on, okay. I'm giving Santino way too much chance to grab this here. Bring out the divas is that guy's sign. He's, he's at the wrong place. You want the divas? Come back next year, buddy.
I'm glad you're enjoying this. I can't say I am.
Alright, so we kind of need to beat up Santino, maybe get him out of the ring. Because if I remember correctly, it's going to take a little bit of doing to get the urn down from where it's suspended. So let's see here. Okay, hold the L in position. If I remember correctly, this Kool-Aid red shaped thing is supposed to start going down like a meter. Ouch. And it didn't.
The force behind that headbutt was incredible.
It's funny that Santino's offense is so headbutt based, but he never really, he didn't have, like the Samoans always had the gimmick of having really hard heads, and Santino never really, it was never really pushed that he had that hard of a head. He's bringing in ladder number 2. Nick Patrick getting swarmed by bees yet again. The AI seems to be confused that there's already a ladder where it wanted to put a ladder. And I don't think he's going to be able to reach there anyway. But maybe I can. You can see the urn suspended there.
It's a race to get the urn with so much on the line.
Alright. Strikes and grapples both do punches. There you go. Get off.
Come on. This is for the title.
Alright, now it's starting to go down. Good. Ever so slowly, as if I'm drinking that Kool-Aid. Okay, he's coming, so I put a stop to that. But the ladder seems a little quick to fall down. Ooh, he's busted open already. Kind of funny that that move drops you on the top of your head, and he looks like he took a kick to the head. Now, I busted a guy open once in my wrestling career, and he was an old man, like literally, he was in his 70s. His name was the Sodbuster Kenny J, and he was an old AWA babyface jobber guy who was still wrestling every once in a while, and I was booked against him for a show, and I was supposed to hit him with I was going for a super kick, whoa, and now I'm hanging. I was going for a super kick, and he was supposed to catch it, and he didn't catch it, and so my foot kind of brushed across his old man forehead, and it busted him open. Nothing really I could do about that. I don't think he took one bump for me that entire match. I think the only time he bumped was when my one night only valet kind of grabbed his legs in the corner and he kind of fell down a little bit. But really hard to work a guy in his 70s, and he moved like a guy in his 70s. But, you know, it takes all kinds. Hey! I'm not sure why I couldn't grab that. Maybe I hit the buttons too fast? So, we'll once again wear down Santino. Hopefully throw him out of the ring. But maybe he's down for a little bit. Let's wear down the... Okay, or let's just fall down like a drunk guy. Like the underdrinker. Those are some bad volleyball-looking knee pads on Santino. I mean, they match the blood on his forehead, fair enough, but... yeah, those aren't great knee pads to have. I know as a wrestler in the Midwest, all of us guys wore Trace knee pads for some reason. They just seemed to fit really well, and they were a nice black color. You could either have them visible or not. Alright, let's drag him over here a little bit. And this, actually being able to drag somebody and choke them on the corner there, was something I learned in that tag match with Brothers of Destruction, I think, where I realized that if you dragged a guy over to the ropes, you would do that little... Oh, come on. I don't know if the AI is just giving Santino a better chance, extending this match, maybe.
Oh, the lariat knocks their opponents down.
Knocks their opponents down. That sounds like it's a tag match voice over. He's getting back up again. All right.
Oh, the hand connects.
You're asking for it, buddy. Smack pizza.
This is gonna be big, one way or the other.
Look at him. It just keeps coming. All right. I didn't have a lot left. Well, no.
Oh, what a vicious jab.
I was just being a jerk, unfolding that ladder.
Nothing flashy, but it's most certainly...
I've never worked a ladder match. I've never worked a table match either. I did get hit in the head with a chair once, and it didn't feel good. And one of the most painful things in my wrestling career was when I wrestled this guy, Horace the Psychopath, who's a pretty crazy dude, and he and I were wrestling for a title in this promotion called Neo Pro Wrestling at the culmination of a tournament. And he threw a bunch of chairs on the floor of this armory and kind of, I don't know if he DDT'd me on top of the chairs, fair enough. And then as I was laying there, he ran and did like a senton on top of me while I was on top of the chairs. And he was a big dude, probably about 250, 260, and it hurt a lot. I mean, it just, those chairs kind of poked every little bit of my soft bits. And that was one of the most painful things in my wrestling career.
Quick reversal. Now, can he capitalize?
And there goes the ladder again. They just do not want to make this easy for me to win this match. Snake Eyes, can I do the big boot after that? Not quite. And there's my controller messing up again. And unlike Dashy Games, it's not because of my fat fingers. If you know Dashy Games, he's a pretty well-known gaming YouTuber. Every week he does Mario Maker 2 video, and my wife and I watch him quite a bit. She started being a Mario Maker YouTube fan quite a while ago. Dashy is more entertaining than skilled, but okay, I'm trying to mess with my controller here a little bit, and I do not want to restart this match. Yeah, the controller's just not doing great here. But hey, maybe that's just a way that Santino gets to keep his fire. I was just talking about Dashy Games, love. You can talk. Or just look quietly at the microphone.
And there's the counter.
Oh my
with a big
word,
headbutt
what
there.
A nasty headbutt.
How are you doing today, Tomoko?
I cannot speak English.
That's her British accent. What do you think of today, my love?
It's a lovely day, isn't it?
So, shout her out in the comments if you think that her British accent is great. It's not, but, you know, shout her out in the comments
It's
anyway.
not. It's not.
And yet another. That might have been the third tombstone. Alright, I gotta square up this. Yeah, maybe now I can get it. This should be it. This should be it. I'm reaching for an urn. It's on top of a pole. See the little urn icon there, love? Well, almost. It should be. Did I? No, I did not get it.
What a kick that was.
And the wrestling gods do not want this match to end easily.
So much damage.
I'm pretty sure we've exhausted all the exclusive commentary by Coach and Michael Cole. And now I'm just organizing furniture.
How the heck do you get up from that?
Alright. Nah, that is not even close. Maybe on this side. Nope. Weird camera shift.
Oh, the hand connects with the
And really just... I mean, I'm just punishing Santino so much.
Come on. This is for the title.
There we
Reach
go.
for it.
They did not change that animation at all, I don't think. But there we've got it.
Whether you like it or
And
not,
Santino's
that's
AI
the
is still
right
going
there.
for it. But I'm holding it down. Look at the kind of dopey smile on the Undertaker's face.
Isn't it?
Taker finally got possession of the urn that's
I don't remember what we used in motion capture for the urn. It might have just been like a protein powder jug or something that we taped up. Because you have to tape up things so it doesn't reflect the light and mess up the cameras. It needs to be kind of as black as possible. This is a cool little visual
I'm
effect.
speechless, as is the rest of this arena.
Something in the urn just infected Santino. And because it's wrestling, we got to do that and just hop back on a plane. I don't see any seatbelts. It might not be FAA approved. But we got plenty of WWE water. Speaking of water, I'm going to have a drink. So now Santino, something happened to him. Is that a kind of measure of revenge for us against New School and the Man for taking out Kane? We'll see.
Last week, Undertaker looks to be back in top four.
He better be. He's got a handicap match against New School tonight.
If you remember, there was a time when I think Paul Bearer popped the top off the urn and it had a big spotlight thing like that. That's kind of where I based that visual off of.
Kept a low profile since revealing himself.
But I don't think WWE programming has ever used the urn in the way that I do here.
At WrestleMania, I'm coming to get you. It's all part of my plan.
So Boogeyman does not seem very worried. Also, I like how he said WrestleMania. There's a lot of wind outside, so if you hear some weird feedback, it's super windy today here in Tokyo. So we got a handicap match against New School, 2-on-1. Once again, Undertaker's outnumbered, but oh, wait a minute. Something's going on. And there it is, Zombie Santino. And watch Coach sell it so poorly in this next voiceover comment.
Did The Undertaker just possess a member of New School?
It looks like the urn did more to him last week than we thought. He's become a zombie.
He's become a zombie. How are you that bad at voiceover when you're an announcer? Anyway, that's it. Now you see Santino came into my corner when it was going to be 2-on-1. It is still 2-on-1. Right now you can't see Santino, but
Dead man outnumbered doesn't always mean outmatched.
let's get him. Let's get Finlay into the corner just so you can see. Now, if you look, Finlay's name is on the left, and my name is on the right on the HUD. Strangely,
He smells blood in the water. He's going straight.
I think because anytime you have a handicap match, the outnumbered guys on the left. So this might be the only time that, you know, Ukes has ever had to play a character as the outnumberer as opposed to the outnumbered. Tell me if I'm wrong. And there I'm trying to tag, and I end up taking the turnbuckle pad off. And we went through a lot of feedback to get that sickly green yellow color correctly on Santino. And of course, if I would have chosen Finlay for that earn on a pole match, it would have been him. But his kind of Celtic green with the zombie green doesn't really go very well. And really, Santino pretty empowered even as a zombie. Yeah, come over here, take me. So can you imagine just how freaked out Finlay would be for his partner to show up, just spontaneously turn green and turn on him in the middle of this match? Wanted to do a double team maneuver. Didn't happen. You ever notice the back of Santino's trunks is kind of in like a Scarface font? There's not much we could do to change Santino's movements and his AI. We'd have to make him kind of a whole nother character to make like him with zombie motions. Come on now, Santino, I wanted to get you in the corner to do a double team move, and instead you hopped in. Even as a zombie, he's not doing what I want him to do. But I think it'll be fun if he gets the pin. Nope. Wanted to tag him. Trying to tag him.
We're definitely seeing the toll this very physical matchup has taken on the participants. I've got to believe this one.
All right, maybe we can double team this time. There we go.
And there's the double team.
Well done. And he's got his finisher.
Oh my word, what a nasty headbutt.
That's a difference maker.
There's that old neck breaker. Didn't Regal used to do that kind of neck breaker too? 1, 2, 3. All right.
This one's over.
Kind of fun to let Santino be the one to pin Finlay.
So let me get this straight. The Undertaker and a member of New School just beat another member of New School in a handicap match?
The horrifying thing is, I don't think he jumped ship of his own accord.
Yeah, you're getting out of here, Finlay. See you later, bye, thanks. And me and my new buddy, we're gonna hit the showers. Not together. We're just gonna go leave, is what I'm trying to say. So the craziness just keeps coming here in the third act of Undertaker. The second act culminated finding out that the Boogeyman is the man, and then taking out Kane, and now we basically took out Santino, recruited him, made him our own little Pokemon, and so now we've got, I think, 2 more weeks left to go. We're in Omaha, Nebraska, which is constantly referenced by 311, a band that I still like. I don't know that I've ever been to Omaha, Nebraska. But here we are. And I don't know what that sign was.
Undertaker recruited a member of New School, and that man has a match tonight.
So all this stuff is kind of the same voiceover and everything, just they had 2 different versions of this title card, either Finlay or Santino here. But now I'm going against the other member, who in my case here is Finlay. Oh, no, I'm not. These two are having a match.
This is my opponent for tonight? That's That's a little loco, but a match is a match.
So I had all right in the script, but yeah, either it didn't come out very good, or Ray just plain didn't say it. So we are in control of Santino to a point, and if we let Ray win, we will we will humiliate New School, and we will also get an award. So of course we want that, because I tried to give good rewards the whole time. You tried to give good unlocks, so you don't want to miss those unlocks. And because it's an unlock situation, I wanted to save the game, just in case. So that's pretty creepy. So that I really like that character picture of Santino. And of course, if you unlock him, you end up getting to see that more. So see, I can do this magic that basically causes Santino to convulse, thereby giving Mysterio the advantage. And I can also interfere like that. And I guess there's no DQ because I'm with Santino. It'd be pretty... I mean, there's only so much that you can do to interfere, so we did not want to make this a situation where you could get DQ'd. That would be kind of lame.
Beautiful, what a senton. And that's a stiff kick.
So Ray, of course, kind of has his own storyline with the co-op storyline, him and Batista, but you know, I just thought it'd be fun to give him that cameo here. And again, it's a different type of match than you're used to. You know, how often in your just exhibition play or even other previous stories would you be on the outside during a match to be somebody's manager? And of course, here we give the extra advantage of nice flip there. That was not a Hurricane Rana though. We give you the extra weirdness here of the magic aspect. There's the Rana. Not yet, though. And wow, we have... Now let's see, I guess that was bad timing to use my finisher. I'm not sure what finisher magic did. If you know what finisher magic does in this match, shout me out in the comments, because I'm interested to find out.
Even without Undertaker's aid, my money would be on Mysterio.
Now, Mysterio not really using his finishers. He just lost his finisher time there. Monkey flip. Not a suplex, Michael Cole. Monkey flip. That's a fun animation, just him kind of freaking out. Maybe you kind of tweak the AI so that Mysterio didn't use his finishers, because that would make the match end a little too soon and not give you a chance. So it's really just such a balancing thing here with matches like this that are basically exclusive to this one thing, because we don't know, you know, it's all just us figuring out what a good amount of time is for the match to take. We don't want it to be too long, we don't want it to be too short. Alright, you can put him away now, Ray.
The kick connects.
You can put him away, Ray.
Solid wrestling maneuver.
Nice leg scissors. You can put him away, Ray.
A thunderous DDT.
I mean, I don't even need to use my magic at this point, because, alright, that should be it. So I'll taunt a little bit.
2, 3. The referee's calling for the bell. The match is over.
And my Green Goblin lost, as intended. And now I felt like we would do that for one match, give the player a chance to mess with New School, and now let's return him to his former glory. And he's back to his normal tanness as well. That Italian tan on Santino.
Undertaker has freed him.
Thank goodness. It made me sick to see the Phenom acting like...
But there's the man. And he's saying it's okay. Don't worry about it, buddy. Ooh. And the power of the boogeyman and the magic stick. Look at that eye twitch on Santino there.
You
Good
can't
little,
control me, Undertaker.
good little extra.
WrestleMania, your streak will die.
So man, every time I feel like I've got the advantage, it again just seems like that was part of Boogeyman's plan. He doesn't seem worried about it. But hey, we unlocked the zombie Santino. Now, when this game came out, I did not have a lot of access to player user feedback because there was no YouTube, there was no Twitter. I think there were just kind of like the IGN message boards or, you know, wrestling game site message boards. And I think people were kind of hating on the zombie Santino and the zombie Finlay. But this 10 plus years later, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I mean, I feel like every week here, and now we're going into the go home show before WrestleMania. I feel every week now we're hitting something interesting, to keep the player guessing, and that's really what we want to do. We want to, have them be excited for the next week to keep on playing. As we're in Denver, Colorado, which is close to Pueblo, Colorado, the home of my half brother and sister, Jenny and Josie, both younger than me, both people I really care about. So that was a little confusingly worded, but now I'm going to take on Finlay, the other member of New School. I think with this week I wanted to be able to kind of just bring it down a little bit before... nice backdrop. Bring it down just a hair with this match because we've had a lot of weird matches. Let's give the player just a pretty typical singles match, kind of a palate cleanser before WrestleMania.
Right across the second rope, and he's putting all of his weight behind this choke.
I wonder if I can get a disqualification from this. I'd rather not see. And that's 2 whiffs in a row. And yeah, fair enough, Finlay. When I whiff twice, you should kind of get the advantage on me.
Wow, great reversal.
You remember Fruit Roll-Ups? Those kind of demon low graphics on his leg remind me of Fruit Roll-Ups. Used to be really shiny and kind of plasticky, and you would eat them for some reason.
The battle at WrestleMania between Undertaker and Boogeyman is shaping up to be a unique encounter between two dark forces.
A unique encounter between 2 dark forces. That's exactly what I wanted. And hopefully we built up, just like earlier on I was trying to build up New School to take them from kind of job squad to serious threat. Now nobody's really threatening me much here on medium difficulty, but I hope that we did a good job of building up Boogeyman as well. Not just the reveal, but now since then kind of making him seem pretty... I mean, it's kind of boss the way he just took out Santino like he didn't care. Like these pawns kind of played their part. And he's got Undertaker presumably where he wants him.
And a jaw-jacking punch. What a nasty elbow. What a vicious shot with the knee.
Those kind of knees always remind me of Kevin Nash. Those will always be Nash or Diesel knees to me.
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
All right, let's go to WrestleMania, shall we?
Superstars have fallen victim to that over the years.
New School's out for summer.
This WrestleMania, the match is over. That's all she wrote.
New School's out forever. But yet another cutscene victory animation here, and you'll see why in a little bit. motion captured choke slam. Choke slams are always fun to do. Anytime I have a crash pad around, like, and the Magic Stick takes out Undertaker before WrestleMania.
And I got you, Undertaker.
Did the Boogeyman really just destroy the Undertaker right before our eyes?
Nope, not quite.
Dead man, Michael Cole.
Vintage Undertaker, eh, Michael Cole? And there goes the Magic Stick.
These two finally go one-on-one at WrestleMania. Will the Undertaker still have his streak intact?
Did I take too much of the heat away from the heels before WrestleMania? That's the question. But really, that could be considered a stalemate because the Magic Stick took out Undertaker for a little while, and he took out the Magic Stick. Now, I don't think I ever thought of keeping the Magic Stick around to use as a weapon in this next match. I don't know that we have anything resembling that as far as existing animations, so we probably would have had to record all those animations. But I think it's pretty effective that he took out that stick.
It's the biggest night of the year in our industry.
You can't kill the dead man. Darn right. Cool sign, dude.
Here, pleased to welcome you to the crown jewel of the WWE.
I haven't been this excited about a main event in years, Michael. Undertaker versus the Boogeyman. Two phenoms butting heads, and Undertaker's undefeated streak is in jeopardy.
Making things even more dramatic, we've discovered it will be a Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, a little twist there. Just try to give these last matches kind of a boss encounter. And we can't do much with the AI, so let's throw a gimmick match in there.
Foes of the Undertaker, with a mysterious leader pulling strings. They got possession of the mystical urn, which both weakened the Phenom and put his brother Kane under their control. Undertaker revived Kane, and the Brothers of Destruction reunited. But the Boogeyman revealed himself and sacrificed
Kane has
the Big
not
Red
been seen
Monster.
since.
Undertaker responded by possessing a new school member.
Now we of course had to have two versions of this title card again.
Man tried to destroy Undertaker the same way he did Kane, but failed. He'll get another shot tonight in Hell in a Cell. The Undertaker has never been defeated at WrestleMania. Will he be able to
Now I wanted to do something that kind of show Undertaker's symbiosis with WrestleMania, kind of his mental preparation, and that's what this next scene is about. So earlier today, kind of Undertaker channeling his power here in the cell. Wow. And he's ready. Listen closely.
Undertaker, you can't beat the man. He will take your streak. He will take your soul. You can't beat the Boogeyman, Undertaker. He's coming to get you.
So as you can tell, we used pretty much all the people involved in this storyline for that voiceover. So you had Finlay, Santino, Rey Mysterio, Kane, and then of course Boogeyman with his laugh at the end there.
Good God, here we go. And how appropriate.
And how cool is that Boogeyman model? I mean, I know why Boogeyman did not ever really get much of a push. He was an older guy. He started a little older, and he was actually on a season of Tough Enough where he didn't even kind of make it past the audition. But you know, and it looks like $1 million, willing to smash himself in the head with a Flavor Flav clock, eat a bunch of worms. But I think he was not. You know, he was a little bit reckless in the ring, and thereby would hurt himself quite a bit. And you know, as we know, if you miss time, you kind of lose your spot. So he was not really able to get a good run going because he would kind of constantly end up, not constantly, but he would end up hurting himself at the wrong time.
Tonight, the battle will conclude between these two unholy beings.
Oh no, you know what's coming next.
He could have used some cooler pants, though.
Last Friday, Undertaker snapped.
I mean, he's kind of like, he's demon up top, business on the bottom, sort of.
Almost got the 3 right there.
All right, so we're in Hell in a Cell. Let's explore the space, as they used to say when I took improv classes in LA.
What a kick that was.
So we can smack him against the fence there.
Sometimes the simplest moves work best.
Smack him in the barricade. And my beloved gorilla press.
He's got some bad intentions in mind for that security wall.
See, he gets stuck in that animation, and I can't do cool stuff to kind of combo out of that. That's a shame. Now, somebody in the comments said it was possible to beat a guy via the Hell's Gate. I don't know if Hell in a Cell, though, if you can, if that's a falls count anywhere. But I know I can climb this cage.
Look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Who's the man now, bitch?
I don't know how much longer this can go on. These superstars are starting to look like they're
he's
running
hurting.
on fumes.
His head is red, and his damage indicator head is also red, I believe. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to get you. I don't want you to fall off just yet.
Oh my God! After a fall like that,
whoa!
I hope this match is over.
Oh.
An elbow drop.
Look at this.
That's the things you do when you're in the WrestleMania main event. You throw a guy flat to the ground, and then you jump down after him.
In this cage.
You do that when you're in the WrestleMania main event, or when you're Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka at ECW One Night Only pay-per-view. You guys remember that match? That was one of the damnedest matches I've ever seen. Those guys just kick the crap out of each other. And I'm going to try and drag the Boogeyman here closer to the door so we can go in the ring and finish this match. But Tanaka and Awesome just pulled out all the stops, all the while Joey Styles kind of giving Mike Awesome just no end of grief. Kind of shoot grief as well.
Oh, the punch connects.
All right, Boogie.
Oh, the hand
Your time's almost up.
A stiff shot with the elbow. Devastating. Just a devastating neck breaker.
When the man comes around.
This is it. Here he goes.
Let's see if we can beat him on this move. Send him to hell. No, we have not busted open his ladybug-looking head yet.
Absolutely no respect for his opponent.
Oh man, what a crushing blow.
Get out of the way, ref.
Great reversal.
Oh, he's still got some fire in him. Ooh, power move.
Toss.
Just the amount of prep it had to do to come out as Boogeyman. Just the intricate.
Here we go.
You know, I imagine that's kind of that peel-off face paint, but then whatever that stuff is that's on his neck, had to go buy a clock. How many clocks of those did he have? I don't know.
There's the
All
cover.
right.
Can he do it?
Thanks, buddy.
3. Things must come to an end. But I wish that match could have gone on a little longer.
Now you're ripping on me for beating him too fast there, Michael Cole? Come on now. You'll get a good cutscene out of this, Michael Cole. Don't you worry.
The Undertaker's record at WrestleMania is still flawless.
Nobody is
Are you not
anything
entertained?
Like this cements the Dead Man status as one of the all-time greats in this business.
Here comes a couple Druids. Druids will make an appearance in 2011 as well. It's night time, Boogeyman. This is really fun scene to shoot too. Boom. So that's Matt Lasky as Undertaker, and another cool guy, AJ Castro, another actor in LA, as Boogeyman, doing that choke slam off the side of the ring. And they were not trained pro wrestlers, but you know, we helped them figure that out and the logistics of it, and yeah, there they go. We had to get a little gurney to act as the coffin, and it, you know, there's no elevation to the ramp. Oh, and you can kind of see some interpolation there inside. That's weird, but at least there was somebody in there. But it's not over yet. And there we go. The Sayonara song from Tomoko. But hey, Boogeyman lives on as a playable character. So that ends the Undertaker 3-act Road to WrestleMania story. I really enjoyed doing this. I was kind of ho-hum on it at the beginning, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this too. Next one's going to be CM Punk, I'm fairly certain. So tune in for that. It'll come soon. I want to wish you all a happy new year. Thumb me in the eye, throw me a comment, make sure you're notified when I put up a new one, and thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again soon.
Hope you have a happy new year. Bye.